Good morning. How's everything going over there? Um, yeah, so I'm up early. I started going to sleep at like 7, 8 o'clock at night and then waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning. So who knows? Anyway, so how's your lockdown? Isn't it just the weirdest thing? It's the weirdest thing. Anyway, I won't talk about it. So, in case you're wondering about your anagram charms, I have most of them finished. I have a couple that I need to do, and then I will get those sent out. They're going to go first class mail, so I wouldn't expect them to move super fast, but they are coming. Anyway, and if anybody else would like one of those, just let me know. Send me a email with whatever kind of word you want. I think I showed those in a previous video. So anyway, all right. So I'm working on a bunch of journals as usual. Mostly old, like old school books and stuff. And some of them are not school books, but, just some old unrelated types of books. Oh, I am doing this one. Some of you guys may recall seeing this book at some point. I pulled pages out of it for some page packs, but I'm working on this one. Anyway, so a whole bunch of them. And so I'm trying to, since I have like, I don't feel pressured really to get them done or anything like that. I want to sort of try to make them all special. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like I just feel like I can add more to them, and just because that's what I want to do. And so I'm just not rushing myself at all. I'm just really taking my time and making them exactly what I want them to be. Anyway, so I've been going through all kinds of stuff, going through drawers, and I came across this stack of images that I had pulled out of a book. I don't remember. It's actually like a couple of different books, really old ones, like, 1880s or something. And found a whole bunch of these images that I had pulled out, and because I wanted to do something with them at some point. And I was like, oh, okay. But they're real brittle, like the paper was really brittle. And so to sort of preserve them, I just glued them all onto some cardstock, and, just to make them a little bit more durable. I think I might use some of these to make some like almost like traveler's notebook type of things, just with writing pages inside or something, just to, kind of use them for something. Anyway, but I also wanted to do some writing boards for these journals. And I've done some, real simple, just with like a book page stitched, on some cardstock and then stitched around it, and probably add a tab or something. But I thought these would make really cool writing boards too. And, if you don't write real hard, like, so this would, if you don't know what I'm talking about, a writing board, like you would put it, say you want to write on this page. So in your journal, you would put this behind it so you can write on top of it and it's not lumpy, So for a writing board, you want it to be smooth, right? And sometimes I'll do acetate over the top. I don't have any acetate at the moment, so I'm not doing that. But anyways, I thought, okay, well, the back is always kind of boring. And so a lot of times what I like to do is just do some collaging on there. But I have a ton of, like pockets. And so all these little library pockets, little seed envelopes, different sizes, just tons of different, there's 2 different sizes of the library pockets. And then I got a whole box of these coin envelopes, the craft coin envelopes. So, and a whole box, I mean, there's 500 of them in a box. So it was just the best deal. So I got them. Anyway, so I wanted to try to use those to make some more pockets. I've done some already. Well, these are from other projects that are like leftovers, but I've, you know, kind of just taken some images and, you know, glued them on the front. These are little envelopes, but just glued some images onto the front of some envelopes. And these I'm intending to just, you know, paper clip into the journals. So just those, and, you know, I'm just trying to make some pockets. And I'm also trying to use book pages. And so I just did some really, really, really simple book page pockets that I can glue into these journals. And anyway, so I just kind of was looking at these pockets today, thinking, what else could I do with those? And I started laying them out on the back of one of these images, and I just, like, I don't know, like, I just thought, wouldn't it be cool if you could have a couple of pockets in your writing board? And wouldn't it be cool if they were kind of stacked on top of each other, you know, like sort of like layered pockets, you know? But then I was like, okay, what's that going to look like? That I don't know if I like the way that looks. So I thought, what if I covered them first with something like some paper, and then stacked them? Then it would just sort of be collagey. And so what I wound up doing was I used 4 different, you know, kind of like pre-made pockets, and I collaged them onto the back of one of these images, and basically, you know, whoops, this one goes in here, basically made some hidden pockets. So I don't know, I just thought this turned out pretty cool. And so I thought I would show you guys and maybe make one on camera. This is the first one I've made, and so it's sort of like my prototype. Yeah, I thought that would be kind of fun. So let's do it. So basically, if you want to play along, you know, just get some kind of, you know, image that you like, and glue it onto a piece of cardstock, like a kind of a heavy cardstock. You know, you want it to be pretty sturdy. And then, you know, then on the back, you want to start, you know, with your pockets. So you could do this with, like invitation envelopes too, like the kind that are straight across. Not the ones that, I mean, you could use these too, but it might be a little bit more difficult. So like, I'm talking about the kind of envelopes where the flap is straight across. So those would work. Or library pockets. And of course you can make your own pockets. You can make library pockets pretty easily. There's lots of videos on YouTube how to make, you know, pockets. You could even make pockets out of the book pages and then just use those, you know, and make those in any size you want. You could even make these little seed envelopes using, you know, like that. This is real lightweight paper. So lightweight, like craft paper. So you could use like that. It's like masking paper that you can get at Lowe's. So anyway, just lots and lots of options for pockets. So just figure out, you know, make a few different sizes of pockets, and don't worry about embellishing them because they're going to get covered up. So I just pulled out a bunch of book pages because that's kind of what I just want to do, because I'm trying to use book pages. And but you know, you could use any kind of paper. Like you could use, you know, different scrapbook papers. You could use, you know, floral papers or whatever, any kind of paper. I'm just going to use book pages because I sort of like the way that looks. So what I did, let's see, on this first one, I used one of these. And so basically, to make sure that you know, you don't seal up the pocket, you want to but you want to cover it all the way. So this is why it's nice to have something that has a straight edge, right? So what I did was I folded the edge of this page up a little bit just so it would retain some strength. You know, if you're using book pages that are kind of old and brittle, it's nice to double up wherever you can, you know. So I'm just going to glue that right up to the opening of this library pocket. Make sure it's straight and that I'm not covering the opening. And you know, you could ink this and stuff if you wanted to. I didn't do any inking on my other one, but and then I'm just gonna glue this one down because this will be, so you want to, I think the best thing to do is to start from the top and work your way down because they're going to be overlapping, and you know, that makes sense, right? So whoops. So we want to glue this one down. Good old art glitter glue. And then I want to make sure that this paper gets glued down too. I'm gonna mostly use the glue stick when I'm doing this, but I like to use that art glitter glue to glue down things that are heavy, like the book pocket or the library pocket. Okay, so glue that down, and yeah, it's kind of coming off the edges and stuff, but that's kind of what I want. Wipe off my extra. Okay, so that one, and then I want to do something else up to the top of that pocket also. So again, I'm going to fold this so I have a straight edge. And you know what? This is kind of time consuming, I think, but what else do we have to do? You know, I really like the way that I really like the way that one turned out. So, okay. And then want to glue this whole piece down. It's easier for me if I turn it sideways to see what I'm doing. So then just glue right up to the edge and then seal it down all the way around. Okay. So I think that's good for the first one. And then let's see. Let's do one of these. We can do it like right there. So I'm going to glue something onto the little top flap of that first. I want to make sure that I don't cover up my other pocket openings as I'm adding to it, but you just kind of got to watch what you're doing and make sure that you keep it open. So this one goes right up to the top. So the opening on these bags, it kind of like V's a little bit, like it has a little bit of a V. So I'm just trying to be careful that where at the bottom of the V, it could potentially get glued shut. So I'm just trying to make sure that that stays open. And then something else at the top of that. Let's use a piece of, use a piece of dictionary. And I'm sure, like, if you like the way that this turns out, there's just a gazillion different ways to do it, but it's just kind of a cool little collage-y type of thing, I think. Okay, and then, so this is going to go here. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not going to glue that shut. So what I'm going to do is actually tear off a little bit of that so that I don't cover up that other pocket. Okay. And since this is like lighter weight paper, I'm just going to use the glue stick. Okay, and I do want to make sure it's straight. Well, was my head in there? Okay, and then seal it down. Take my pencil and kind of make sure that that pocket stays open. This one you can kind of see you can sort of see the pocket, so it's not as invisible as I really want it to be, but it's not terrible. So make sure that pocket stays open. And if you do accidentally like glue it shut a little bit, you can always take like an X-Acto blade and just kind of cut that just to reopen it. So this is kind of like those slotted pockets, you know, and I really like those. I just, I don't have that die that I think Tim Holtz makes a die to do that. And I don't have the patience to, you know, do it manually. So let's do another library pocket. We'll do this one over here. So I'm going to wind up doing some collaging that's more, it's not all going to be like going horizontal. Some of it I'm going to do vertically too, just to kind of break it up. Okay, so I'll make sure that goes all the way down to the edge of the opening. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to do a giveaway. And hang on just a second, guys. I've got too much paper here. I want to do a giveaway, and I will show you what I'm intending to give away here in just a minute. Whoops, I forgot to glue that down. Oops. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I want to do a giveaway, and so I was thinking I have a little journal and some other stuff. When I do a giveaway, I kind of like to do multiple things, right? I like to do 3 or 5 or something. So I'll show you at the end of this video what I'm thinking to give away. Okay, so that one is good. Those pockets are open. I want to cover this one up, but I also want to use one of these little guys. And actually, I think I'm going to be oh, you know what? Let's do this one sideways. like that. So the pocket would go in like that, or like that. Yeah, let's do it from that side. Okay, so let me grab something else. So I was bad. I went shopping at Forever French again. And so I've got a package coming from her today. And I don't know, I might do an unboxing of that just because it's so fun. Like, so fun. I'm really excited to get it though. Some really, really cool stuff. I got this little paper, like a game. It's like a folded up paper game, like a game board. And I thought it would be really cool to frame that and give it to my granddaughter that is due in July for her room. It's really cute. Okay, so I'm gluing this one down. So basically, like, you know, I think you want to just, you know, glue your pages onto the pockets first. Like that's the biggest concern. And then I think you're fine to just glue everything down. And then I'm just going to go back in and just kind of fill in with other pages. So I didn't do anything on the top of that one yet, but I will. Okay. So cool. All right. So I've got my pockets in. And then, yeah, I can just go back and kind of piece together little bits to fill in the emptiness, the empty spaces. So this is, I think this is when it's going to really, you know, kind of come together. I just have to be careful that I don't glue my pockets shut. I shouldn't say I was bad for shopping with Louise. It's not bad. It was just, you know, sometimes you feel guilty, right? I'm sure some of you can relate to that. But I figure it's inspiring and it's like, it's an investment. It's such beautiful ephemera. Okay. Let me do another piece of, let's see. Okay, so I can cover, I need to do across that first. Let's use this old, this is an old math book. Use a piece of that. Okay, so I just have to make sure that I don't cover up this pocket on the bottom. But I'm going to fold this up. Glue that down. And then I will have to cut that open, I think. That's okay. There, it was just a teeny bit like overlapping. Cool. And I think that actually is kind of neat because it just sort of hides it even more, you know? Like if you have to kind of cut it open. I like that math page, but I don't want to use too much of it. Okay. Like all together, you know what I mean? I want some variety. Okay. And then just another piece here. Let's use this. I don't think I need to fold that one over. Just right up to the edge. There. I like it. Okay. That's open. That's open. That's open. That's open. Okay. And then, whoops. Oops. This old book paper is so fragile sometimes. Okay. Take it easy on that thing, Jessica. Okay. So then I'm gonna trim off around the edges. These are my new glue scissors. So anytime I think I'm gonna have a situation with glue, I use these. Okay, I gotta wipe this table. It's like super sticky now. So yeah, then I can come back and add some embellishments, you know, like maybe some flowers or, you know, a couple labels or whatever. And spruce it up. So I could add like little bits of like decorative papers too, you know, which I think would be kind of cool. So let's see. This is like a end paper from a book. Obviously, it's from a book. Let's add this little piece somewhere. Let's see, about right there. I hope you guys can see okay. And oh my gosh, I'm just loving these mushrooms. I got this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous German like botanical book, and it's printed in like the 1850s. And oh my God, it's so beautiful. I'm gonna have, I have scanned some pages out of it, and I am working on trying to I'm actually trying to scan all of the color plates from the book, and at some point make those available in my Etsy shop. So anyways, but that's where these mushrooms came from. It's a big book, and the pages don't fit perfectly on my scanner bed, even though I do have a pretty big scanner. They still don't, they don't fit. Okay, so I'm just going to use that one mushroom on this one. I used a couple on the other one, but, and then I want to do like a couple of labels. some of my little stamped labels. These are from a dictionary. So if you have these little label stamps, I guess they're not little, but if you have label stamps, illustrated dictionaries are awesome. Okay, I don't want to use two of the same color. Illustrated dictionaries are awesome to use for that. And then this is one of Tracy Fox's random number labels that I printed on some sticker paper. Okay. So I think that's actually good. Like, I don't want to put too much more in there because it's going to have tags and stuff in it too. Oh, I could add a little like tuck spot somewhere too, maybe. I don't know. All right, where's my tabs? So I do want to add a tab because I think that looks cool and it's also useful. So I punched out a bunch of tabs. Yes, I broke down and bought the Stampin' Up, the retired Stampin' Up round tab punch. Yeah. But I love it. So, okay, so I'm just going to put my tab right here. And then when this dries, I'm going to stitch all the way around the edges and find, you know, ephemera to put in these little pockets. So, yeah. So anyway, I thought it turned out pretty cool. And I love that, you know, really, the pockets are somewhat invisible, you know. Anyway, so there's a little project for you guys. And let me know what you think. And I will be back probably later on with a little haul video from Forever French. So let me show you really quick. I'm going to grab this book. Okay, so this is, I'm going to call this the grand prize for my giveaway. I made this at the same time as the monthly minis, and I knew that I was going to do it as a giveaway, so I didn't list it for sale. But this is just a beautiful little book of poetry that it does have some iris on the front. See, there's one that's like kind of embossed in gold, and then there's another like image. I coated it with some clear coat and did some stitching on the spine, and I stitched the signatures in. Kind of weird, but I like the way that looks. And then just a couple little charms on the front. So this will be my grand prize in the giveaway that I'm planning. And then I've got some other stuff that I'll show you in the next one, because I'm going to have you guys answer a question, basically. So in the meantime, start keeping notes on your favorite YouTube channels, like smaller YouTube channels that that you think are worth checking out. So okay, so that's going to be part of my giveaway. So I'll get my you know what together, and I'll kind of officially do that you know, probably later on today when I do that haul. So okay guys, I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.